Yo, what's going on, guys? Kelvin here. Today we're gonna be looking at, am I the asshole for being upset and want to file divorce when my wife went behind my back and became a surrogate for her best friend and her husband? Wow, that is pretty serious. Just wondering why did she not tell her husband? That is a very serious kind of live event, right? Let's hear the story to find out. First, let's read the context. Hello, first of all, I apologize if I made any mistake because I never use Reddit, but I just need outside opinions because a lot of people around me seems to tell me I am overreacting. My niece suggested to post this to subreddit to open my eyes, so here I am. First of all, I, 31-year-old male, has been married to my wife, 31-year-old female, for 4 years. We met during high school, dated, and got married. I am an introvert, but not antisocial. I can socialize just fine, but for some reason, I never liked her best friend since high school. 31-year-old female. She always gives me the bad vibes. She is an extroverted, but to me, she's just someone who often oversteps people's boundary under the guise of being friendly. Since we started dating, E has always middle in our relationship, saying that my wife was too good for a nerd like me, that my only redeeming quality was my face. I did tell E to stop, and she did. Now E is more subtle and passive aggressive. A year ago, E and her husband of 2 years visited her in our house. It was weekend, so I was at home helping my wife taking care of our 3-year-old son who was still 2 years old at this time. After I put my son to sleep in his crib upstairs, I went down and overheard their conversation about starting medical procedure for surrogacy. I was applauded and asked them what were they talking about. The three were shocked to see me downstairs. I told them I absolutely disagree, especially since my wife's first pregnancy was very difficult. I was visibly upset and asked why they made this decision without consulting me. E made her own choice to have her tubes tied at 26, so why can't she consider someone younger or look into adoption? Why does it have to be my wife? Argument started and I told them to leave. Later that day, my wife saw a text from E and she and her husband apologized and won't proceed with the plan. Last week, my wife felt unwell. I took her to the hospital despite her protest when we found out she was pregnant. I was both happy and worried because of her pregnancy. She was unusually quiet at the drive home. She then admitted she had secretly undergone IVF procedure since last year. I asked her how she was sure it was not mine, and she told me after every session, she was told to not to do the deed for 2 weeks. I remember that sometimes she would refuse because of stress from work and always respect that. I felt heartbroken, betrayed, and disrespected. It felt like it was the last straw. She always sided with Ian and tried to downplay each disrespectful behavior towards me. So I packed a bag with essentials and left to my parents' house. Before I leave, I told her that I will file for a divorce and told my 3-year-old son that I will be going for a business trip. I haven't picked up her calls or responded to her texts ever since. And I miss my son but can't talk or see him without seeing her. Seeing her will hurt me even more. E and her husband never reach out to me, showing how little respect they have towards me. My parents, elder sister, and my brother-in-law are on my side, but my friend, the rest of her family, and some of my relatives told me to reconsider and think about our 3-year-old son. I'll admit I've been crying and drinking all week. The one who on her side told me that I shouldn't be controlling and that her body, her choice. It was not my intention, but I just hurt, sad, and disappointed. I truly love her. Why am I upset? Why am I disappointed? Why I am not the one to be vulnerable and make posts about it, but here I am. So why am I the asshole? Tell me. Alright, let's see the first comment. What do the people they think? You are not the asshole, but the blunt lie and the respect and treating you like an idiot. There's more than that you don't know about. I promise you that. Get the hell out, dude. Absolutely this. Your wife and her friends are total assholes. Being a surrogate is a 2 years vote for you and your wife. She totally disrespected you and deserve to be kicked to the curb. Update me. So, first thing, like, 2 things I want to point out, right? First thing is, you kind of talk to E and the wife, right? the husband, right, told to E and the wife, I don't. He does not want a surrogate, and the wife, E and her husband sent a text and apologized to you, saying that we are not moving this forward, right? And I think that put the case to rest. Like, okay, you told me not to put this forward, then we need to stop. And then that's first thing. But as you guys know, she lied, completely lied. Went to went behind the husband's back and still went and got IVF, right? And then the husband. Second thing is the husband. The husband was under the impression that the child is his the whole time, but in reality, it is not his, and it is very very hurtful. Like imagine if the role was reversed, like if the husband can carry a baby, right, and he secretly went to his best friend's house, is a lady, and carry her baby for them, and without telling the wife. I mean, the wife will be mad too. I mean, yeah, like I will be on the author of the post side, the husband side, right? Because he did nothing wrong. He told them not to have the surrogate, and the wife went behind his back, did exactly what not to do because the husband cared about her. In the post it mentioned that the wife had a really rough pregnancy, like, and he does not want her to go do that again. But look at her, still did the same thing without even consulting the husband, because pregnancy is not just 1 week thing; it's an 8 month thing. When you finish pregnancy, you gotta take off. You might have to take off work. Um, you might have to like recover your body. You might have to eat the thing you cannot eat. Right? There's a lot of things you gotta take care of the body for. And one last question is: did E pay her to carry the baby, the surrogate, right? Because it is very expensive. Is he doing it for free too? Like that's another question I want to ask. Like, why did she agree to carry the baby when so like even does she even do a hard pregnancy? Even does she they even consult the husband? Right, that's a very big task, and it takes a month to carry the baby, and there was no consultation between the husband. Right, I wonder what's the main reason behind it. Just bluntly agree with E that I will carry the baby for her, and E said that she tied the tube at 26. That's her decision, right? Her body, her decision, and she can live with the consequence unless she finds a surrogate person to carry that baby. And it's kind of like she's kind of like using her best friend like to achieve her goals. That's why I feel like, because E always been telling her best friend like, okay, your husband is ugly, it's not that cool, and the only thing that is doing it for him is the face. Like that is not cool at all. And E feel like she is very controlling in the way that she kind of talk about her story. So whose wrong is it? Definitely not the husband. The wife have major things to do, major things to think about, because she basically went behind the husband's back, lied to them, lied to the husband, got the baby, and also husband had to live the whole impression that it was his baby, because he had to take the wife to the hospital, to the hospital, and also lie about like having sex, right? Because she said I was stressed, how can I have sex? And now she's saying that it's not his baby. Like that is very very hurtful. Like, yeah, in my opinion, they should just kind of get the time together and be separated, because I know they have a 9-year-old son, but it's just very hard to kind of look at her face, and think about all the things that she lied to him. It's just very very hurtful. Leave in the comment section what you guys think about the story. If you want more of these stories, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. My name is Calvin, and I see you guys next video.